Just like to offer a big shout out to Touchdown Digital for sponsoring this week's video. Well, hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all fighting fit and well. My name's Glenn Samuel and you're watching Sniper Photography. Today I want to talk to you about a few YouTube channels which I believe if you're new to photography or you've been involved with photography for say anywhere between 12 months and say 3 or 4 years, that these channels I strongly suggest you subscribe to. First off, have a look at their videos, and then if you feel like they've got content that you appreciate and can learn by, well then I suggest that you subscribe to these channels. Now, we've got two channels in Australia which I want to talk to you about first, and then I'll move on to the rest of the world. That's the United States and the UK. Now, to get things started, I will declare this, that I have, the reason why I have subscribed to these channels that I'm about to mention to you, it's not what they're teaching, because I don't need to know that because I've been doing it as long as the people that are presenting. But for me, the reason why I have subscribed to these channels is because I like the way they present. They present education or photography education in a way that everyone can understand. And these channels are very, very valuable to people that are new to photography or just starting out or have been involved with the photography, as I said, for 2, 3, maybe 4 years. And these channels are full of great information. These presenters don't waste time and they get straight to the point. There's no fancy B-roll or dimly lit rooms with coloured lights behind them. We don't have that with these channels. These channels are all about photography education. Now, over the years, well, since YouTube started, there's been, quite frankly, a lot of information on YouTube which is irrelevant, really, especially when it comes to photography and learning photography. And it's a well-known fact that there's two types of YouTube photographers. There's the YouTube photographer, then there's the photographer. And the photographer is what I'm going to talk to you about today with these channels. So to get things started, the first person I want to mention their channel is Charles N Photography. That's Charles N Photography. The gentleman's name is Charles, of course. He hails from Queensland here in Australia, and his channel is all about education. And Charles sort of like puts the information out there in a way that everyone can understand, especially new people to photography. And he gets straight to the point. And the good thing about Charles's channel is that he's using equipment that most people usually can start off with or venture into later on down the track. And he doesn't push certain brands. I know he shoots with Nikon, which is fair enough, but he doesn't push other brands, and he doesn't really talk about equipment or talk about equipment that is just, well, you need a second mortgage to take out to buy this equipment. Charles from Charles N Photography does not talk about that. Charles N Photography is about education, and he talks through with you his structure about when he's taking the image, the composition, the settings, and it's very, very good to watch. So that's Charles N Photography here in Australia. It's a great YouTube channel. I'll put all the links to all these channels I'm about to mention in the description box below this video. And Charles N Photography is the first one we want to start with. So have a look at Charles N Photography, view his videos, give him a thumbs up, and subscribe to his channel if you're wanting to learn, really learn, from an experienced photographer in Charles at Charles N Photography. Now, the next one is Photogenius. Now, Photogenius is based once again in Queensland, and it's all about education. And Photogenius is Paul, I think the gentleman's name is. I think it is. Yeah, it could be stand correct, but I think it's Paul from Photogenius in Brisbane. He talks a lot about crop sensor bodies. So once again, he's teaching people that own crop sensor bodies, and that's what usually people start off with when they first get into photography, because the full frames are expensive, or they don't even know about full frame, and they're sold a crop sensor body. So Photogenius is, once again, it's all about education and the way it's delivered. And that's why I like these channels. It's not what they're teaching, because as I said, I've been around for as long as these guys, so I don't need to know what they're teaching, but I appreciate the way they present it. And that's what's important to me as being a photography teacher as well. It's how it's presented to the people that want to learn photography properly. Now remember, there's YouTube photographers and there's proper photographers on YouTube. And these people are proper photographers. And they've been doing it for many, many years. So Photogenius is a great, great channel to subscribe to. Have a look at their videos, have a look at his videos, and thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. And I tell you, you won't be disappointed. Photogenius is a brilliant, brilliant platform to learn from and to learn photography here on YouTube. Now, the next one is in the United States and coming all the way from Texas, which is a fantastic state of America. In actual fact, if I lived in the United States, I'd live in Texas. It is unbelievable. And this gentleman is Michael Scott from Scotty Man Photos. Scotty Man Photos, he's a bit different. Michael has a very relaxed way of presenting. And once again, he teaches a little bit about his shot. But the good thing that I like about Scotty Man Photos YouTube channel is he's very self-critical of his own images, which I think is really, really good. And it takes a bit of ticker to critique your own images and be rather hard on yourself sometimes. And his images are really, really good. I must admit, his images are right up there. But it's the way that Michael from Scotty Man Photo presents himself on his YouTube channel. And it's really worth watching. Once again, thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. That's Scotty Man Photos from all the way from Texas in the United States. A really, really good presenter and very relaxed style. And once again, that's why I subscribe to his channel, because it's the way he presents himself and the information that he gives. And the information that he does give is not going to overwhelm you, especially if you're new to photography. So have a look at that one, Scotty Man Photos, Michael Scott, from all the way from Texas in the United States. Once again, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any videos that Scotty Man Photo posts up every now and again. So it's a great channel. The next one, we move over to the UK, and this particular fellow, Tom Mackey, Photography IQ, just fantastic channel, seriously. Doesn't post many videos now. He did in the past. Tom Mackey is a professional photographer, and he teaches photography brilliantly, and especially on his YouTube channel. And once again, it's not what he's teaching, as you know, I don't need to know that. It's how he presents it, and he presents it in a format which is very easy to follow and also very easy to understand. So that's Photography IQ, Tom Mackey. Have a look at that channel. As I said, I'll put all the links to these channels down below in the description box below this video. The next one is another good channel to subscribe to, and that is Photography Online. And that is either UK based or probably UK based, I would say, or could be even, yeah, it'd be in UK. I think it's in the UK. They sound, you know, like they're from that area. And that channel is brilliant. That is a really professional channel to watch, is that Photography Online YouTube channel. They have different presenters there, and they really, really go into depth with the education. And I think that's one of the top 5 of channels for learning photography, and once again, very easy to understand. And they use all different types of equipment, from crop sensors, full frame, mirrorless, right up to large format. And their presenters are absolutely brilliant. And I love watching that channel just through, once again, the way they present the information. I think that's just so important. So they're the channels that I highly recommend. There are quite a few more, which I'll probably do another video in the next couple of months. But I will say this, I have unsubscribed from a lot of YouTube channels not because these people are no good. Their content's great, but it just doesn't suit me. So I have unsubscribed from quite a few channels because the content that is on those channels doesn't really apply to the way I shoot or what I think of photography. But as I said, those people are great. they're happy doing what they're doing, and they've got lots of subscribers. And so yeah, that's my way of thinking. Just to finish up, if you're new to photography and you're watching YouTube, it is a good platform to learn from. But there is also another way of how to learn photography, and that is by grabbing your camera and going outside and doing photography. That's really how you learn photography, really. But if you're going to learn on YouTube, it is a good platform to learn from, but you must look at the channels that are going to offer you what you're after, what you need to know. My recommendation to anybody that's new to photography that jumps on YouTube, forget about gear reviews. That'll only confuse you. You're only getting that person's view on that camera, and sometimes they haven't even used the camera, they're just talking about it. Well, that's quite frankly a nonsense, really. I don't know how you can demonstrate something if you've never had it in your hands. So don't fall for that. Don't fall for the gear reviews. As I said, gear is just one element of photography, but it's not the most important thing. You are, as the photographer, is the most important thing here. So have a look at those channels that mean a lot to you, that you can get a lot of information and learn from. And then maybe down the track, look at all these other YouTube channels. So that's all I wanted to say today. The video from last night about the geared heads had a fantastic response, and I really appreciate the comments I received from people regarding that video. Those heads that I use are absolutely outstanding, as I said in last night's video. So thank you for that. Tomorrow I'm up at Sunset Rock chasing a nice sunset, and hopefully we'll get it. And I will do a YouTube video. I'll do a video on that, especially with shooting with 14mm ultra wide angle lens into the landscape up there at Sunset Rock. So that should be exciting. So thank you for watching. Any comments or remarks, put them down below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So before I finish, big shout out to those people that I've mentioned. Keep going, guys. I love your channels. I've pushed your channels for you. You will get subscribers out of this. So fingers crossed that works out for you. So thank you for watching. My name's Glenn Selmy. You're watching Sniper Photography. And as I always say, be nice to yourself, family and friends. But most of all, you keep shooting and keep smiling. Bye for now.